Hey, my name is Nicole Fiore, and I roller skate. You know the old school roller skates, 2 in front, 2 in back? Yeah, those ones. I'm going to be teaching you how to roll and entertaining you along the way. Come roll with me. Hello! Today we are going to talk about a back to forward 3 turn, or a back to forward 1 foot turn. I will be showing you a few different edges. I'm kind of going to do them flat though, because I find that skating outside the edges will come naturally, but you'll typically be kind of going flat. If you don't know what that means, I do have a few videos where I talk about edges. Edges are super important to learn, especially if you're just starting out on skates. It's important to start to feel your edges. So real quick recap. If you're on an outside edge, it will feel the pressure to the outside of your skate. If you're on an inside edge, you will feel the pressure to the inside of your skate. So outside edge, inside edge. Outside edge, inside edge. It's the same going forward or back. So you will hear me say left outer forward edge. If you're going on a left outer forward edge, it is this one. You are on your left foot going forward on an outer edge. If you hear, let's say, right inner back edge, that means you're on your right foot on an inner edge going backwards. So that's that. Whoa. Okay, so we will be doing a few different edges in this tutorial, but a lot of you have asked for a back to forward 3 turn tutorial, so here we are. Okay, so if you haven't watched the forward to back, I have a tutorial on a left outer forward 3 turn, because that's typically what we do first when learning a 3 turn. I do encourage both sides, obviously. Definitely try every skill on each side. But since we did a left outer forward edge, we're going to do a right outer back edge. That's what we're going to start with. So if I'm starting on a right outer back edge, I would open my arms to my left. So if you're opposite, but I'll show you this way first. If I'm here, that means like this. So it's making an opposite L to you. So if you're looking at your arms, your right one should be in front, your left arm should be to your side, to your left, and your foot would start in front. So if I were skating, rolling, I would be like this. So mine is a little more open than an L because I'm looking this way. It doesn't really matter. However you're comfortable. If you want to be here and you want to be square looking down or straight ahead, here's the thing. Figures, you typically would be looking at the line. Everything else, you're not looking down. You're looking straight ahead, up, around, wherever. So I do this turn a lot when I'm outside and I'm like skating backward, filming, and then I want to do a quick turn. When I'm outside, I typically wouldn't pass the free leg like in figures. I would just hit the edge and turn and pick my foot up when I turn or right before. You can use the free leg to help you. That's what the free leg motions in these turns, they're not like, I mean, they can be a style preference, but they are there to help you. The free leg movements and turns are there to help you, not to hurt you. So pay attention to how your free leg is moving. I'm going to teach you the standard figure way. So once you get comfortable with that, then you can change it to however you feel comfortable. So we're going to start with our arms opened up to the left, the free leg in front pointed. The free leg doesn't need to be high. It can be really low, just high enough that your foot is off the ground. So it can be anywhere from here to here. I just encourage you to make your leg look as good as possible. So you don't want it to just be like chilling and hanging there. You want to point the toe, and then after you point the toe, you want to make sure that everything is flexed. So everything is pointed, your thigh is really tight, everything is tight. So you're here. Now, the biggest mistake that I see people do is either be too bent or too up on your right leg. So my right leg is it's in a very comfortably bent position right now. So I'm not super bent and I'm not up on a straight leg, never up on a straight leg. So you want to have a soft bend in that foot. Now, if you notice, I am holding onto the wall right now to balance myself. I do encourage that, especially if you're just learning this, to hold onto a wall or a chair. Those of you who know how to do this and need to just practice it, challenge yourself and try to stand up without a wall or anything to balance you. Okay, so I'm like this, soft bend. Now, as I bring the free leg through, I'm not going to bring it around. I'm going to bring it straight through. Then once it gets to the and position, which is right beside, so my feet are parallel. Once it gets to the and position, that is when you turn. Ow, my hip is sore from standing on that leg too long. So you can use your free leg motion to help you. Like I said, it is there to help you. If you're using it to get you the speed to turn, be careful that you're not sending your weight back, because if you swing it through too hard and turn and you don't balance yourself centered, if you fall back, then your foot's gonna go right out from under you and you're gonna end up on the ground. So please be careful. Please stay centered here with your hips under you, your booty under you. Don't let your hips go forward. But anyway, we'll get to that. So I want you to really practice getting the edge correct. So you're on a right outer back edge. So I'm pressing to the outer side of my skate. As my foot comes into and position, it gets a little towards center. Don't rock off your edge, but people are gonna be mad that I just said that. Come to center a little bit. You wanna remain on that outside edge, just lessen the outside edge a little bit, and then shift your weight to the inside of your skate, so kind of your big toe wheel. So from the outside to your big toe wheel to make the turn happen. Now this turn, so basically you want to feel the weight from here to here. So the outside, switch to the inside as it turns. If you even want to practice that without the free leg, without the arms, without everything, you can practice feeling that from there, switching to there. So that's the motion from here to there. So, and like I said, this can be done on a flat. It doesn't need to be these crazy edges like on figures. In figures, you're following the line and you have to create a cusp. So your edge has to go like this. It has to deepen the outside edge and then go to the inside edge. If you're just general recreational skating and you want to be learning these turns, obviously you don't need to make it like these crazy deep edges. You just need to know the basic technique so that you can execute it and not hurt yourself. So that's basically what I'm teaching today, is how to do these turns safely. So you're here, you want to feel that outside edge. Oh my gosh, my floor is slanted, so I'm rolling that way, but you're supposed to be rolling this way, backward. Tighten that free leg, soft bend in the right knee, feel that outer, slide through, feel the inner. Now, if you see, I am turning once it gets to about parallel. You can turn a little bit before and then use the free leg to propel you, but you don't want to turn until you're about here with the free legs. So the left foot comes down, passes, and it doesn't relax as it goes down. You keep it tight, and then as you switch, you just push it forward and point again. Like that. So I have had a lot of people tell me, like, I can't keep my foot pointed. If you're hitting your wheel like that when you're turning, that means that you're dropping the hip a little too much. You want to keep your hips either square or a little bit to the right. So you want to be a little like this, because you're on an outside edge. Then as you switch, you kind of tuck your butt under you. You don't push the hips forward. It's just a slight tuck to then transfer onto the inside edge. I'm sorry if this is confusing. This is like really difficult to teach, not maneuvering someone's body to show you. I have my own, but I'm trying my best. Okay, so to show you a little breakdown, my arms are opening to my left. I'm on my right outer edge. The toe is pointed. I start to bring it through, switch. Now, when you do finish that turn, you want to have your arms complete opposite of how you started. So you start here, you want to end here. So basically you're already setting your arms up from the beginning so that you only have to worry about the turn. That is my favorite way to do turns, is to not have to move them in the middle of the turn. Like, I don't want to be moving my arms when I have to think about my feet so much. So I set myself up in the ending position so that when I turn, I'm already set up. So when you finish, your left arm will be in front, your right arm will be to your side. And hopefully it will be a good L shape, from a good L shape to a good L shape. If you're a little off, just try to match your position. So if, like in the beginning, I said I was a little wider than an L, then when I finish, I want to be a little wider than an L. I don't want to have to move it in the middle to go to a sharp L. I hope that makes sense. There. And when I'm outside, I do it a little like I'm skating, and I turn. So you'll see that a lot. I'll show you right here a few times that I do it. I do that turn a lot outside. So if you notice, even if I am looking down, I'm not looking down. I'm like gazing ahead. And outside, if you are skating outside, I do encourage that so that you're not hitting any pebbles or big rocks, because that will stop your wheel and you'll go flying forward. The good thing about these turns is your free leg's right there. So say the left inner back, my free leg's right there, so I can put it down if I hit anything during the turn. This one, as long as you swing it through, it's right there to help you. So don't feel bad about that. If you're having to put your free leg down after the turn, that's totally fine. Even if you have to practice this not using the free leg when you first start, kind of like I said, like just feeling the edge, feeling the turn, you can do that on 2 feet for a while and then start to pick the foot up a little bit. And then once you are really comfortable with your balance, then use the free leg to help you with the turn. Just remember, strong core, strong back, strong free legs on these ones. If you have all that, then your arms can be doing kind of whatever you want during the turn. That was a weird arm move, but that's kind of cool. Your arms can be doing whatever you want as long as your core and your back are tight. Your actual feet will need to have the control of your free leg to balance you out, especially when you're ending the turn. If you don't want to be dropping your free leg, then you'll need to have a good tight free leg when you're finishing the turn. Okay, so then you can practice. If you watch the left outer forward 3-turn tutorial and then this one, then you can practice them together. So you would go like 1 turn, step, the next turn. And if you only have a small space to practice this in, not a problem, because your edges will get better. You'll have to go slower and be more controlled, and your edges, you can cut your edges a little bit better in a small surface, or yeah, I guess that made sense, small space. So yeah, no problem with doing these slow. The slower you go, I think the more controlled you need to be. So not a bad thing to practice slow. Take your time, wear your protective gear, hold on to something if you need to. There's nothing wrong with holding onto the wall or a chair or a table or something to help you balance. Just any practice on this will make you a lot stronger. So yeah. Well, wasn't that educational? Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel while you're at it. You know, if you want to learn how to be cool and not fall down so much. Also, that left outer back turn is what we do in this move. So a lot of times I'll do that toward the camera. That just takes a lot more core. It's actually I was lied to my entire life. I was told that was a bracket when we were creating footwork. It's not, it's a 3-turn bracket. So you're doing a left outer back 3-turn, right inner forward bracket. You're just doing it without the free leg when you're doing it like this. When you do it like that, it's a lot more core than free leg. Okay, bye.